Hey guys, it's your boy Razor and we are back with another episode, which is episode 3. If you missed episode 1 and 2, the links will be down in the description. Go check it out. As I said, this series is more of a vlog series that my preparations to get ready for my first sim racing league. What's going to be in this video is going to be a little bit more different from my first 2 episodes. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how I'm making the livery in GIMP for the Lexus RCF that I'm entering into the league. It's not going to be a tutorial video, so there's a lot of stuff that I might omit that you wonder how and why and when and what you actually need. But if you need that information, I will give you guys the best YouTube video I found down also in the description. Go check it out. That this guy's tutorial was actually very good, and I've found everything that I needed there in this video, including the files that you will need. But anyways, let's get started. First of all, you need some sort of idea what you want to do. I already got some idea what I wanted because I already tested it in another car, and you guys have seen it on the Nissan GTR in the previous episode. And then secondly, you need to download all the stuff that you're going to put on your car, like the sponsors, maybe some GT lines or whatever you're going to put on there. And then thirdly, you're going to need photo editing software, which can either be Photoshop, but I'm not going to spend money to buy Photoshop just to edit livery for a game or a simulator. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use GIMP. It's a free software, and if you want a link to it, I will also attach it down below. Fourth, what you will need is a PSD file, which also, if you go check out the YouTube video that is linked below, this person has a link towards all the PSD files that you need. I don't want Okay, one of the first things that you will need is that you will need to start up your Assetto Corsa Competizione. Okay, and as soon as you started up your game, you will need to create the files of the car that you will be editing on. And to do this, you just go into single player, go towards your team. You already see that I made a custom team, but let's say we're gonna add a new team. You click add, whatever car we want to use, the Lexus RCF GT3. We give it a car number. I'm entering with the number 93. And the team we're gonna call Razor Racing. Okay, the nationality doesn't make a difference, so you can choose whatever nationality you want to, and then you can choose that either you use the existing livery and you can edit this livery and edit the sponsors that's on it, or you can start off scratch with nothing on it. But so if you're going to use the existing one, then you can use the designs that is available, but we're going to start most probably from scratch. The banner is something that you cannot edit, so you will need to choose the banner that you will use from the beginning. So I prefer the black ones, just because I'm going to have a red and black mixture. I think I'm going to go for this one with the white. And then for the wheels, what I would say you need to do it first, I'm going to go for a matte black with a matte red ring, and then the aux light is basically, I don't think I'm going to have an aux light, so I'm just going to keep that off. Alrighty. Now what you would see is if you go to your documents, to Assetto Corsa Competizione, you will go to custom and cars. Now you've got these funny numbers, you're not sure which one to use. But immediately you will see there's the first number that you chose to put on the car, and then this is the date, so it's the 21st 2021, the 7th month, the 7th day, right? And then that number is the time it was saved, and I'm not sure what the 01 is. Okay, so this usually you can sort by date, and then the top one is it, but you will open this into Notepad, and immediately you will see there's quite a few information that you need to fill in. Okay, now, so the first thing that you will need to do is you need to create a custom skin name for your livery. If you go have a look at your rules and regulations of your racing league, you will see that they have sometimes a certain format that you need to do the custom skin name. For example, with the rules that we will have in SimRace SA, you will need to name the file in the following format. So you will have SimRace SA underscore your name that you will have entering the racing series, Lexus, with no spaces within it, and then the year that you're racing. Okay, after you've done this custom skin name, you're gonna have to have a look at the skin template key. So what this is basically, it's those designs that we looked at: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 102 means this is design number 3, where 100 is design number 1. If you're gonna do a blank, you don't want anything on the car, you just need to change this to 99. Then you will be ready to go. What you will need is, if you go to your customs, and you remember that we went to cars and we used this file. So we've got this file, we're gonna copy this file, go back, and then we're gonna go down to liveries, right? Now you see there's some folders over here, and I've already made one folder for the Nissan GTR, which I thought I was going to enter, but you will need to create the folder in the exact same format as the format of that custom scheme name that we made earlier. So what you will need to do, you create your folder, it's going to be in the same format. I'm going to do this, Lexus underscore 2021, enter. You're going to paste this file in here. You're going to rename the folder to liveries. You're going to rename this folder to decals. You're going to open this up, and you're going to delete everything inside this folder. Then, as I mentioned, this is where you will go to the other YouTuber. You go to his description. He's got all the different glossy, matte, satin. We're going to go for a satin. I like the satin colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that files, place it like in this format. That's how you will do it. So that's the only thing that you need, and you will save this file. Same, you're going to copy this, and you're going to make this one sponsors. If you want a different texture for your sponsors, let's say you want a glossy sponsor on a matte black paint job or decal, you're going to open the sponsor one up, and you're going to change this file information. Are you ready to actually start loading up and see if your files is correct? And this is the best. I would suggest doing this before actually continuing and starting customizing your livery. And what's nice about Assetto Corsa is you can keep it running in the background. So you just open up the game, go back to your single player, and as soon as you load this up, you will see that your car is blank. There's nothing on the car, only the game's templates sponsors would still be on the car. Everything else would be blank. So there you can see what you can change. So you can't change the banner at the top, you can't change this number here on the side, and the number over there, and that silver, like I showed you guys, you can change that, and you can change the number in game, but it's going to be there. You can't remove it, it's going to be there forever. Right, but the rest you can see there, it's blank. Great, so now that I know all the files is working, you can see that no design is a carbon fiber design. So immediately you get an idea of what to expect. And you can use this to your advantage because now you know it's carbon if there's no paint applied or no decal applied. So if you want a carbon fiber look, for example, let's say we want a carbon fiber look on these vents, then we're not going to apply a decal to the vents and they will have the carbon fiber texture. Same with Okay, so now we know our design works. Next up, what you will need is you will need a PSD file. So a PSD file is what you're going to use to edit the livery that you have on your car, and this file will need it to be opened up by GIMP, and you will see there's templates of the doors, and each and every single little panel is in a flat pattern, and you're going to apply all the decals and designs and everything that you need on this flat pattern, and this is going to then be exported to a JPEG into the files, and the game then loads up this file and applies it in a wrap condition onto your vehicle. Okay, after you've done your download, you're going to have this GIMP, this PSD file. You're just going to have to right click on this file, say properties, and open with GIMP or Photoshop if you have Photoshop. When you've done that, you can do double click and GIMP will open up on this file. And it looks like this, and the first question it's going to ask is to import the image from a color profile. You just basically don't have to change anything, you just click keep. And that's, like I said, guys, immediately you can see there's a flat pattern of each and every single panel of the vehicle. There's the front part of the grille, here's the hood, here's the roof. Some stuff you need to spend some time figuring out where all the panels are. There is a quick and easy way to do it. Luckily for this file, they actually included an ID matrix, which is actually quite nice because you can export this as is. It will be loaded onto the car. You can maybe just turn off that and you immediately can see. So let's say I don't know what this panel over here is. We know that 19L is gonna be this panel, so I export it, go look in the car. Oh yeah, okay, I can see 19 over here. Great, now I know what it is, and I can obviously use the color gradient to understand where the panel is. But we can turn that off. Now we can see all this. If you turn that off, that is the skeleton. If you export your files, you're gonna have to turn this off because otherwise you're gonna have all these little squiggly lines everywhere on your car. The color is the color that you can have on your car, and then sponsors is literally easy as sponsors. Where do we even start? The first thing that we start, in my opinion, is basically the base color. We want more of a black car, but I'm gonna do a mixed color, and to do this it's quite easy. We're gonna add a layer. We're gonna call this layer the base color layer. Okay, we're gonna on that layer, we can work on that layer. We can actually turn on the white because then we can see where we are. But we're gonna have, let's say for example, I'm gonna start on the bumper, and this is where you don't need to be creative at all. You just put on your paintbrush, choose the color that you want, but we want to match the Razor colors in my car, so I'm gonna go back and import my Razor logo, import the Razor logo, and we don't need it for now, but I want to capture the red over here. So to make sure that I've got a correct red, I just pick it up. We can hide this file, and I want to change this grille to a red. So what you have to do is you just make sure that you're working on that base color feature, and you just start coloring in. You don't need to be within the lines you can work on that. Just like that. Make that red. Make that red. Continue. Okay. So let's say that's the first thing, and we want to check if this is actually working. So the next step which you will do from here is, let's say we're happy with what we need. We're gonna have to turn off the UV. We're gonna turn on the sponsors, because whatever we want the sponsors, that is already there. And we're gonna file, export as. As soon as you're at this page, you're gonna go to your Assetto Corsa files, go down to that, go look for that file that we created, which is gonna be in customs, liveries, the car, and over here you will have that decal and liveries file, that JSON files. But now you're gonna change this to either decals.png or the sponsor.dng. So decals is going to be that type of paint, which is satin, metallic, matte, and sponsor is the different one. So you're going to have to save the two files if you want to separate them. I want to keep all the same, so I'm just going to work with decals.png. So basically, when you've done that, you're going to go export. You will choose interlacing. You need to keep the interlacing. Export. Okay, now that the file is exported, just go make sure it is there. So we're gonna go there, we're gonna say customs, liveries, Lexus, and there is the file. Nice, it's there, we don't have to change anything. So you go back to Assetto Corsa, then you go into single player, and voila, there you go. You have your first custom design. So, how do we actually want to have the car to look as? So, easy way is I'm going to load up the GTR again, and this is the idea that I have. So, we're going to have a red color in the front, a black at the back, and a gold trimming, which is the same. Well, it's not a gold, it's more of a specific yellow that comes from the Razor. Which comes from the Razor logo, which is the hair color and obviously also the text. So let's get started in our design of our car. Happening with my game? Oh my gosh.
I'm down.
Pretty sure someone's got a shot on me.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
One on me. Down. He's down.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, wow!
Whoa! Yes, boys! Fuck yeah!
G.
G.
Yeah.
You are the
We got